Okay, welcome to this month's newsletter. This month I'm going to talk to you about ADUs, which is additional dwelling units, or junior units. Similar but different. So you see behind me here a typical home in Novato. So many people live in these big homes with plenty of room, and they have a need for an additional dwelling unit. So what are they going to do? Let's go inside and show you what this home had. Okay, so on the other side of this wall you have where the client comes down and uses their home. The staircase comes down. There's a bathroom down here, bedrooms down here. Well, lo and behold, when you break through this wall, what do they see on the other side? They had this huge space that was not being used. Now, mind you, we had a situation where dirt was piled up right up to the end of this frame here of dirt. We had to remove a lot of dirt. When we removed that dirt, we found foundation details that we had to deal with, supporting of the foundation. We had to support the house temporarily while we dealt with foundation issues. So there are some complications to getting this space done, but at the end of the day, what does the client end up with? 416 square feet, which has a big window's going to be here, its own private entrance. There's going to be a kitchen down here on the end. This is going to be a living room. You're going to have a master bedroom, master bath, and laundry room. 416 square feet of rentable space in Novato. Now, you could use that for income. This client's not going to use it for that. They have other needs for this kind of a space. But think of the possibilities in your home. Many homes in Marin County have tremendous opportunity for additional dwelling units and junior units. They just have to get their mind around considering the possibility. So next we're going to talk to Rachel Guinness, who is a real key driver in making this happen in the state of California. Okay, so here I am with Rachel Guinness, who's with Lilypad Homes, and she is somebody who was introduced to me because I met with Rick Wells of Marin Builders Exchange, talking about how I've been building these additional dwelling units and the struggles I've had. And he said, you got to talk to Rachel. So talk to Rachel. And so what is the problem in Marin County with housing?
We have a tremendous problem with, I always point out that 68,000 people commute into Marin every day to work. So we have a workforce that cannot unfortunately afford housing in the community. And we have an opportunity in the existing housing stock and our existing single-family homes to create a lot of additional housing. So
what was the statistic again of homes in Marin? How's the capacity there already?
So 63% of the homes in Marin County are occupied by only one or two people, and in most cases it's a couple sleeping in a single bedroom. So we're in the middle of a massive housing crisis, and many people are struggling to hold on to their homes and keep their homes into retirement and age in place. And we also have this incredible opportunity to develop housing, so we get to address two birds with one stone.
Or as I see it in my world, people come to me because they have an elderly parent, they have a kids moving back, They have 101 different reasons why they need this housing. And so I see that. But now, what has been the problem? What's the fear that everybody has about why they think they can't do it?
Well, basically the fears have been threefold. One is the permitting process. They think that they're not allowed to do it. And they're also very afraid of the permitting department. They also lack, in many cases, they don't know that there's there are financing options to be able to do this. And they also just have a general fear of changing the way they're living in their homes and knowing how to become a landlord. So we help people overcome the barriers to creating these types of units.
All right, so let's take that first one, the permitting process, because that has changed so quickly, and people are unaware. So what has changed in the permitting process that now makes it possible to build these units?
Well, first of all, again, we're in a massive housing crisis, and all the permitting departments in all the cities, towns, and unincorporated county desperately need additional housing. And because of the desperate need, the state has passed 3 laws. I'm very happy to say that we were the sponsors of one of them. We created a flexible type of in-law apartment made out of spare bedrooms. And as I just mentioned, we have a lot of spare bedrooms. Anyway, so the permitting environment from last year to this year is like night and day. We like to say that a minor miracle has happened in the state of California, where what was very difficult, if not impossible, is actually very possible now.
The state actually driving down to the local cities saying, you need to provide housing.
Yes.
You have these low-income housing requirements you have to meet anyway, and we're going to allow, and here's the kicker, we're going to allow these junior units, these ADU units, these additional, to qualify for your low-income housing. That's the important message. And so the cities now forego parking, fees, a whole slew of things,
yes, they
right?
got rid of a lot of fees and requirements, including the parking requirement and, you know, what were really considerable fees for water and sewer hookups. So,
And just to show you how
Not to
connected
mention
Rachel is, she got a Marin community grant.
Yes.
So what can Lilypad Homes, so someone sees this and they say, I have a need, man, I'm excited about that. What should they do?
So Lilypad Homes facilitates the development of these types of units, ADUs and junior units. And we were given a grant, a very generous grant by the Marin Community Foundation that allows us to work with homeowners interested in creating new long-term housing. So we can, for free, go and do a feasibility assessment and figure out somebody's best option, given their home and their needs, to create additional housing on their property.
Right. So that's the front end of it, is that Rachel's done just a fantastic job getting a grant, no small feat. Congratulations. Well done. So the front end of it. So that's where we're teaming up with her, because I'm helping her to kind of put the whole process together, kind of from the very beginning to the end. How do we make this happen? Not 1 and 2 times in Marin. It needs to happen thousands of times in Marin. So and really the whole Northern California is your whole area, right? So we branch out into much more than just Marin County. So what can you do? So the reason I'm sending out this video is that in my world of influence, the people that I have access to, I want you to talk to your friends, your family, your social media. I want you to take this and spread it out to your world of influence, so because it's important that people understand this is a viable option for them. That's the important message, because so many people have the need, but they think they're dead in the water and they can never get it done, when in fact they really can. So if you have so press it out to your world, and I appreciate your time, Rachel. I look forward to doing some cool things.
And I did want to say that we actually work in the North Bay. It's an organization serving the North Bay, and we are creating an A to Z approach, so people there's a streamlined, affordable approach to create additional housing on residential property, single family.
Fabulous. Thank you, Rachel. Very good.